Hello, everybody. My name is Ross McKeachie, and I teach Arkaya yoga. Today, we'll be doing a gentle chair yoga practice designed for healing grief. I want to thank the Home Hospice Association for inviting me to lead this session. And just to tell you a little bit about what Arkaya yoga is, it was founded by my teacher, Yogacharini Maitreya, who comes from South India. And it's rooted in the classical Indian yogic life science. So what we're doing is looking at the integration of all the different dimensions that we exist in: the physical body, the emotional and life force body, as well as the mind or mental body, and integrating that with the expansive transpersonal fields. Now, grief is an emotion that we hold in our emotional body, and if it doesn't get processed fully, it can manifest as physical pain or physical disease. So we'll be looking at connecting to the body, to the breath, and through the breath, we're able to connect more fully to our emotions and get those emotions moving through our system. So to begin with, I'll ask you just to find a comfortable seat. Now, if you need a cushion on your chair or behind you, do whatever you need to do to feel comfortable. That's the main thing here. And then find a nice steady seat. You can just have your palms resting face down on top of your thighs. And we'll close our eyes and start to bring our attention inwards. So in yoga, this is an important thing to look at, is learning to move our attention from the external world and bring our attention into our inner world, where we cultivate inner sight or insight, where we learn to reconnect to our body, to our minds, and to our emotions. Now just start being aware of your breathing. Notice the breath as it moves in through your nostrils, down the windpipe, filling up your lungs. And as you exhale, just purse your lips a little bit and make a soft whooshing sound as you breathe out. Breathing in, feeling that air move in through the nose, and exhaling through pursed lips. Breathing in, expanding and filling up, and exhaling, whooshing out softly. And we'll just keep our eyes closed, keep our attention inward, keep our attention on the breathing. And the anchor in the present moment, this is the foundation of mindfulness, is to anchor our attention in the present. And the breath is always here and now. So we're holding our attention on the sound and feeling of our breath. And we'll also start bringing our attention into another anchor in the present moment, which is the physical body, which is always here and now. Only the mind can take us into the past or into the future. So be aware of the soles of your feet and how they're contacting the earth. Just feel with a light attention. It doesn't need to be a strenuous attention. Just a light awareness on the soles of the feet and how they're contacting the earth. Bring the attention up through the ankles, shins, and calves into the knees. Becoming more and more aware of the body. If your mind wanders, that's fine. Just bring it back to your breathing and to your body. Taking your attention, scanning up through the thighs, front and back, inner and outer thighs, to your root or your base. Feel your bum nicely relaxed and planted on your seat. Being aware of all the sensations that might be arising, whether they're emotions or physical sensations. Bringing the attention up now into the hips and into the belly. Feel your belly from the inside out. Still staying with your breath. Bring that attention up into the solar plexus, diaphragm, rib cage, and chest. Up into the collarbones. And we'll move to the lower back now, the back body. Be aware of your lower back, mid back, upper back. Feel all the little muscles around your spine. Feel the shoulder blades and shoulders relax. Still being aware of the breathing. The more we're aware of the breath, the more our mind rests into the body. Be aware of the fingers and palms, wrists and forearms, elbows and upper arms. Be aware of your shoulders and the top of your shoulders. Be aware of your throat, the sides and back of your neck. Just a gentle, light awareness, back of the head. Be aware of the chin and jaw, noticing how they're feeling. Be aware of your ears, your cheeks, lips, and the inside of your mouth, teeth, gums, tongue. Be aware of your nose and eyes, eyebrows and forehead, and your hair and your scalp. Just be aware of your whole body now, from the feet all the way to your crown, and of your breathing. So now that we've come into our bodies and into our breaths a little bit more, we'll do a few practices. First, let's just gently shake out our shoulders and arms. Just bring some nice looseness into the body. If you need to look at me, you can open your eyes and look. Shaking out the arms and hands, gently wobbling the head and neck. You can kick out your feet one at a time, just kicking out your feet. And then with a big whoosh, throw away any old emotions, any old cobwebs you don't need anymore. Throw it out the window into the light. And now we're going to practice what's called the Vibhaga Pranayama. Vibhaga means section, so we're looking at expanding the different sections of our lungs. Pranayama is the conscious expansion or conscious control of our life force energy. So we do that through the breath, and like wind through a windmill generates electricity, that's the relationship of the breath to prana or life force. In modern science, they call prana the biomagnetic field, and they can actually pick it up in different ways of imaging. So what we'll do is connect with our lower chest. So find those floating ribs where they meet in the center by the diaphragm. Find those floating ribs on the front of your body and just rest your palms there to connect with this region. Now we'll be using the little intercostal muscles that hold the ribs together, and we'll be expanding into the front, sides, and the back of the lower chest. We'll breathe in through the nose, and we'll exhale with slightly pursed lips like this. When we exhale like that, it's called the Sukha Bhastrika, the comfortable bellows breath, and it helps to release old stagnant energy and emotion in our system. So we want to get these emotions, these energies moving so that we can fully heal grief. So we'll breathe in through the nose, expanding front, sides, and back of the lower chest, and exhaling through pursed lips. Breathing in, expand, 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 and breathing out. One more time, lower chest, breathing in, expand, in through the nose, expand, and exhaling. Now we'll bring the palms to the mid-chest over the breast region, the heart center. And we'll try and isolate this area, breathing into the front, sides, and back. So we'll breathe in, expand, expand, push open that heart center, and breathing out with a gentle whoosh. Breathing in, push open front, back of the heart. One more time, breathing in, expand, 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 and breathing out. Now we'll connect with our upper chest. So fingers are touching or pointing towards the collarbones. And do your best to isolate just this upper chest. So on the front, it's near the collarbones, on the sides, just under the armpits. And on the back, you're breathing into the area just above your shoulder blades. So we'll breathe in together. Expand the upper chest, all three sides. And whooshing out. Breathing in, expand, push open the upper chest, and breathing out. One more time, breathing in, expand, 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 and breathing out. Just loosely shaking out your hands and wrists, shoulders, head and neck. Loosely shake out and whoosh it out the window. So every time we do something more focused, we want to also counterbalance that with something nice and loose. Shake it out, loosen up so that we're not accumulating tension or getting too serious. Now with each of these sections of breathing, we're helping to circulate prana in different areas of our system. And that helps us to move any stuck emotions in those areas. So grief typically is held in the heart and upper chest, but we can be holding different kinds of fear or grief in our lower centers as well. Now I'll encourage you, if you have some water, just to have a sip of water. This deep breathing can dry out the system. And as we get the emotions moving, we're also detoxifying our system with this deep breathing. So we want to keep ourselves hydrated. A little sip. The ideal is to drink some nice warm water. You can squeeze a little bit of lemon in it as well. Now what we're going to do is the full-chested breathing, called the Mahat Yoga Pranayama, or the Great Yogic Breath. So bring your right hand over your lower chest, your left hand on your mid-chest, and imagine you have a third hand on your upper chest. And we'll close our eyes. We're going to breathe into all three sections, all three sides. And you'll notice the diaphragm naturally expands down into the belly with the lower chested breathing. So we'll breathe in through the nose, expanding lower, mid, upper chest, all three sides. And breathing out. Breathing in, expand, 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 and breathing out. One more time, breathing in, expand, 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 and breathing out. Just pause here for a moment, stay connected with your hands and your body. When we place our hands on our body like this, it's called the Sparsha Mudra. Sparsha is a conscious, loving touch. So by bringing conscious, loving touch to our bodies, into the nervous system. And this physical touch releases endorphins in the brain. And the primary prerequisite for processing emotions like grief is that we feel safe to relax and let go. So we're creating this nice sense of safety and ease in our system. We'll loosely shake out again, shake out the arms and wrists, shoulders, head and neck. Shake it out, shake it out. And whoosh it out the window, anything you don't want anymore. If you notice any emotions coming up throughout this practice, I encourage you to stay with it. Let it move through you, better out than in. Now we're going to practice the Meru Danda Kriya. So we're going to be lengthening and rolling our spine, up our spinal column. So you can have your hands resting on your thighs, chin tucked just a little bit to lengthen the back of the neck. Feel your base nicely rooted to the seat. And be aware of your base and how it's connected to the seat. Also be aware of the crown of your head, gently reaching up into the sky. So we're aware of both ends of the spinal column, the root and crown. Now what we'll do is we'll keep using that Mahat Yoga Pranayama throughout the practice, the full chested breath, and we'll breathe in, lengthen your spine, feel your spine elongate from the root up through the crown, lengthen, lengthen. And exhaling, rolling the shoulders forward, chin to the chest, arching the back of your heart towards the wall behind you. Breathing in, expanding and lengthening the spine. And as we exhale, we're just going to relax to a neutral position. We'll do that again. Breathing in, lengthen the spine, root to crown, lengthen and expand. Breathing out, rolling and arching the back of the heart towards the wall behind you. Breathing in, lengthening, arching, expanding the spine. And exhaling, relaxing to a neutral position. One more time, breathing in, expand and lengthen the spine, nice long spine. Breathing out, rolling and arching, releasing any stagnation in the back of the heart. Breathing in, lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. And exhaling, relaxing to neutral. Just pause here, notice how your spinal column is feeling. Now we're just going to wake up the legs a little bit. So you can let the arms rest on your seat or hang beside your body. We're going to breathe in and you're just going to lift your right leg as much as you can. Just lift that right leg and breathing out, gently lowering it back down. Just listening to your body, not going more intensely than works for you. Again, with the right leg, breathing in, lifting the leg, breathing out, lowering it back down. One more time, breathing in, lifting that right leg, engaging the hip, lower back, and breathing out. Now with the left leg, breathing in, lifting, breathing out, lowering it back down, breathing in, lifting the left leg. Nice deep full chested breath, breathing out, lowering back down. One more time, left leg, breathing in and breathing out. And you might find it's easier with one of the legs than the other. Now we'll just shake out our legs, shake the knees. You can kick out your feet. Shake it out, get nice and loose. Shake out your arms, shoulders, head and neck. Shake it out, keeping everything moving, not getting too tight or serious, and whooshing it away. Now we're going to practice the Jyoti Kriya. So these movements where we're synchronizing the body movement with the breath in and out, they're called Kriyas. And a Kriya is an action for purification. And there are physical breath Kriyas like what we're doing. And then there are also subtler internal visualization practices and practices where you're moving subtle energy that are also called Kriyas. There are also other Kriyas where we're cleansing our body using different detoxing processes. So that's just to give you a little snapshot of the yogic science and the different uses or different meanings of Kriya. So what we're going to do now is tune into this biomagnetic energy, or our prana. In the Chinese traditions, they call it qi or qi. So we're going to rub our palms together. Let the hands rest right in your lap, a little bit apart, not quite touching each other, palms facing. And close your eyes and tune into the palms of your hands. Just gently let your awareness rest on your palms. And see if you notice any subtle sensations in that space between the palms. It might feel like a tingling or a magnetic feeling. Some people describe it as a flow of energy, or they see some sort of a glow in their mind's eye. So all of these are signs that you're becoming aware or are already aware of this prana or chi or biomagnetic energy. And the more advanced yogic practices, contrary to popular belief in most mainstream yoga studios, where it seems as though the more advanced yogic practices are more physically intense, actually the more advanced yogic practices get more and more internal and subtle. So we're refining our awareness and becoming aware of these subtle energies like prana. Now what we're going to do, you can open your eyes and watch me. I'll demonstrate once. Breathing in, filling up the full chest, I sweep my arms around, above, and slightly behind my head, like I'm holding a ball of light. And breathing out, I sweep my arms back, around, and down. And the whole time I'm keeping my awareness on the palms of my hands as they come right back into my lap. We'll do this together now. Breathing in, expand, sweeping the arms around, being aware of the hands. And breathing out, clearing your whole pranamaya kosha, your auric field or your pranic body as the hands come back down into the lap. Breathing in, sweeping the arms around, above, slightly behind, being aware of that pranic connection between the palms. And breathing out. One more time, breathing in, expanding, sweeping the arms around, above, behind. And breathing out. And bringing your palms back into your lap. Being aware of that subtle connection between the palms. And feeling that nice pranic cushion or shield or bubble that you've created around yourself. So you're clearing out your psychic space, your energetic, emotional space, creating a nice protection for yourself and integrating the body with the pranic, with the mind, so that all these aspects of you are working together. Now this is just a short session, so we'll do a little bit of a relaxation to integrate the breath and the practices. So you can have your palms again face down on your thighs. And just be aware of the breathing. So we're just listening to the sound of the breath. In yoga, they say the sound of the breath is the mantra Soham. Soham means I am the origin. So on the inhale, we hear the breath So. And on the exhale, we hear the sound hum. So just listen to that song of the breath. Soham. I am the source, I am the origin. Be aware of your feet on the earth, scanning up through the legs into the knees, up through the thighs into your bottom, your root, and how it's connected to the seat. We'll place our palms over our heart center. Connect with your heart here. And we want to create a sense of safety so that we can grieve any losses in our lives. It's such a hard thing to lose loved ones. And yet it is a natural part of life, as is grief. And if we're able to fully embrace our emotions like grief, we'll find that they open us into new ways of being and seeing in the world. So if we can find a way to embrace ourselves in our grief and allow ourselves to fully go into it, fully process it, it doesn't diminish the sense of loss, and yet we'll find a gift, a blessing in this process. And maybe we can even embrace our own death when it comes. And this is an important outlook in the yogic philosophy. The aim is to die a conscious death, to embrace death when it comes. Not in a dark or morbid way, but seeing it as a beautiful state of transformation. So I want to thank all of you. In yoga, we say namaste. Nama is the essence in me, in you, in all of life. So we bow to our own essence, saying namaste, acknowledging our own essence. Namaste to everybody who took part in this practice today. Thank you for joining. And if you want to bend down, you can touch the earth, thanking Mother Earth for providing everything for us. And we thank all the masters and teachers of yoga through the ages who've passed this wisdom and practice from generation to generation through the lineages unbroken. Again, my name is Ross McKeachie, and I'm the community director and assistant teacher trainer for Arkaya Awareness Center. If you'd like to learn more about Arkaya and our programs, or about my teacher, Yogacharini Maitreyi, you can visit our website, www.arkaya.net. That's ARKAYA.net. And if you'd like to look into personal coaching or healing sessions with me, I do it remotely by phone. You can look at my website, which is rossmckeachie.com, ROSSMCKEACHIE.com. Thank you again to the Home Hospice Association for inviting me to offer this practice today, and wishing you all well. Take care.